Hey podcaster, I'm Tim Wahlberg, your podcast performance coach, with another actionable tip so you can grow your authority and convert with ease. Today's tip is, don't accept your bad audio. You've just had an amazing interview with a guest or an awesome conversation with your co-host, or maybe you've just nailed a solo show out of the park. Boom! Mic drop. Time for a beer to celebrate that awesome work you just did. Then you come back and have a listen to it, and you didn't have your mic on. Or your mic wasn't plugged in because you were, moving things around this week. Or you didn't have the correct settings. And you sound terrible. You sound like you're in a drain pipe or an aircraft hangar. This hurts. Your stomach drops when you hear this. You feel sick. This happened to not one, not two, but 3 different podcasters I know over the past week. So what do? How are you going to fix this crappy audio? If you don't know me by now, my wife will tell you that I always need to blame someone for everything. I'll blame someone or something for when I leave my socks in the middle of the living room floor. Look, I'm working on it. It's something I have to take responsibility for. I'm trying to lessen the blame, but I'm not there yet. So I will be lecturing you for letting this happen in the first place. So stay tuned for that. For now, I'm going to give you your best options to fix this situation. You might think, oh, don't worry. I can fix this audio in editing, or my editor can just fix this in post. It'll be fine. No, wrong. You obviously haven't listened to episode number 20 of Just the Tip. Shit in is shit out. You can try to go down the rabbit hole of fixing poor audio, and you will find some very talented editors and audio experts that will pull out all the stops from software to plugins to filters to EQs, but you are never going to get close to the way it should have sounded if you just turned your mic on. Hold on a second, Wally. Just slow down. You're right. I know. Take it easy. I'm sorry. I'm blaming here. Not yet. Save it for later. Seriously, now don't waste your time with this. You won't be happy with the outcome for the hours and money, possibly, that you will spend trying to fix this. It's not worth it. So, what are your real options? Well, here's the first. Do nothing and publish it as is. I do not believe that this is an option. If you have any integrity, you do not even consider this. You are better than this. Some podcasters will preface the episode by saying, I messed up. I didn't have my mic on. We had some technical difficulties, but I'm going to share this episode with you anyway because it was so valuable. My guest was amazing. It's lazy and it's lame. Can you imagine if Mark Maron did something like this? Hell no. Nobody does. Well, bad podcasters do, I guess. On to the next option. If you're a solo podcaster, you re-record it. Tough. If you have a co-host and you record it over Squadcast, Riverside, Zencastr, Zoom, or even in person, you re-record it. Sorry. There will be times working with a co-host that one of you will mess up. Suck it up and re-record it. You guys are a team. Sometimes it's better the second time around. Sometimes not. Your co-host should have picked up on the crappy audio you were spewing. Oh, sorry. Damn it. Jeez, I'm really bad at this. I really have a problem with shaming and blaming. I need more Brené Brown in my life. Okay, reset. Breathe. Love now, lecture later. Okay, if you recorded an interview with a guest and they sounded great and your end sounded like garbage, you could ask your guest to re-record the interview. They will not be thrilled with you. They may not be able to give you a second chance for a month or 2. But it never hurts to ask, beg, or bribe. Just make sure you don't mess up that audio twice because you're never going to get a third time. Some guests just might say no, or you don't want to ask someone else for a second chance because you're too embarrassed to. And that's okay. This might be the case. One workaround with this situation is that you could try to grab clips from that guest and write around them, but now you're changing the style of your show and it becomes pretty messy. The other way to deal with this is to re-record your parts. To do this, you need to have some editing skills, or at least have a talented editor, and you need to have some good acting skills. You're basically going to have to recreate your side of the conversation. Hopefully, you're not the type of interviewer who interrupts your guests and talks all over them, because that's going to make it really hard. You will lose some of the magic when you do this. You're going to lose some of that natural back and forth and flow. So the best way to do this is to listen back to your parts and re-record them line by line. Turn your ears on here, because you might need to laugh or react as in, wow, you're kidding. Because your guest may have just told a great story and you have to act like you're hearing it for the first time with that same initial reaction. What's important here is the in and out of your part. You need to match what you did in your original recording, because your guest is responding to you as well. If you deliver your line like a robot on your re-record and your guest reacts with laughter, well, that's just going to sound weird. So listen and try to mimic exactly what you did the first time. This will be time consuming. You're literally dubbing your parts of your podcast episode. And this is what actors do in movies all the time. They get called back into the studio for audio issues or rewrites, and actors need to match what they did the first time. You can do this, but it takes some work, and it's likely your best option for salvaging that incredible interview you had that you promised your listeners. So, your options again for when you discover your part of your podcast episode is garbage: re-record it all again, throw the whole thing in the garbage and forget about it, or re-record just your parts with some fancy acting and editing. I don't recommend airing that crappy audio or trying to fix it. In my book, these are not options. Now, on to my lecture. Now, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that because you feel bad enough already. Anyone who's been in this business of recording or producing any type of media has gone through this. It's part of what we do. There is no absolute 100% way to guarantee a perfectly executed production on any medium every time. But with a solid pre-record checklist and routine in place, you can lower the probability of this mistake. Here's a test that I do. See this? Hear this? Look at this. I'm going to take my sock off. This is a pen without any sock or filter. I'm testing it. I'm watching my levels as they go into my computer, and I can actually see what's happening. This is the mic that is recording. I know I'm being recorded on this mic. The other way is to just rub it. Rub your mic. See if this is the right thing that you're talking into. Is this the, hello, is this thing on? Do that. Make sure that you're hot, and then go ahead and proceed. It takes no time to do this before you record. This is why we record with headphones on too. If you have to, press record, talk a little bit, make sure that you sound good, stop it, then listen back to it, and then start your recording again. Just do a test. Put up signs, make a checklist, check your settings, test your audio. Do not take your computer settings for granted. Don't be complacent. If you rebooted your computer this past week, you may have some default settings. Did you check them? Double check them? Triple check them? 30 seconds now can save you hours of work, possibly some money, and a whole lot of heartache later. And I hope that's just the tip you need. If a bad recording is the least of your worries, or you haven't even started your podcast yet, let me help. It might be a podcast tune-up you're after. That's a 6-week program I provide that puts your show through the ringer to make sure it's performing the way it should. My concept to casting program is for those who just have an idea for a show. The best way to find out more about either of these programs is to book a free 15-minute coaching call with me. I guarantee it will be fun and painless. Book your free 15-minute coaching call right now at podcastperformancecoach.com. I'm Tim Walbert. See ya!